Hey folks, it's Rob with 2A TAC Air Ops Drone Services. So going to do a short video here. We had a call out for a lost dog, a 12-year-old older dog, larger dog with a bad hip. We went out to a residential neighborhood, met with the owner. Here we are. Unfortunately, the dog had already been missing for over 24 hours. This is our first sortie we launch, and you can see here we ended up doing an hour and a half of searches. So we did 6 total sorties in the area. There was a good amount of wetlands. You can see some water down there, quite a bit of that. But this was at, we got there about 8 o'clock at night, so it was totally dark, which was actually advantageous because the ground was very the ground and the tree cover had cooled down, so the heat signatures that we did see were pretty obvious. This is mostly what we were doing, very slow, meticulous searching. Very often I would move the drone for a short distance, the Mavic 3T, and then stop and look. So we did some large loops just to check the general area first. And then once that didn't produce anything, I started to conduct more of a grid search. So you can see from this overlay here, this was towards the end. This is, you're looking at almost an hour and a half of work. That includes the downtime of taking off and landing, switching the batteries. So, but you can see we did some large loops. We checked by the road, a couple other areas, and we started doing this sort of back and forth a grid area search, and it still did not produce any targets that we felt were anything that could be a dog. So here we are. I'm on my last battery. It's getting close to 10 p.m. and I see this little heat signature down below the canopy. I'm thinking at first it's got to be a deer. I mean, who knows? I probably have about 10-15 minutes of battery left. And I zoom in, and I start to think, that could be a dog. And start watching this, and the owner of the dog starts watching this. And the longer we watch it, the more we think that the mannerisms match up with that of a dog. And after a couple minutes of tracking this heat signature, you'll see here in a second, this is when I was really convinced. I could see the head, I could see a tail. You're not going to see all the video here because I wanted to keep the video short, but we could actually see a tail wagging. And this was, I'm going to say about 300 meters from where we were, 400 meters. So very realistic that this could be the dog. Even an elderly dog with a bad hip could have certainly made it this way. I've seen deer through this camera, and this is definitely not a deer. Could it be a large coyote? Could it be a large fox? Yes, it could be. It is hard to gauge scale from these thermal cameras, I'll tell you that. But based on the trees, I think it's a dog. So we ended up repositioning to try to actually make contact with what we felt was a dog. Unfortunately, due to a few circumstances and the amount of time it took us to get to this location, when we got there, we had flashlights and actually multiple people helping. There was no animal around. I wasn't able to get the drone up in the air again. Like I said, there was some extenuating circumstances, and we definitely found what appear to be dog prints. I'm not some expert tracker, but there were fresh dog prints in the snow. What I can tell you this is that the owner of the dog could at least say that her bigger fear was put to sleep, that this elderly dog was not trapped in the area immediately around her home. Even if this wasn't her dog, she at least would know that her dog wasn't, you know, stuck under a log or with a broken leg, you know, in the near vicinity of her house. We really tried, guys. It's unfortunate because I really wanted to find this dog, and I really thought we did, and I still think we did, but we won't know, unfortunately. But the owner was very, very, very thankful. She appreciated our time a lot, and it was a really good experience. I guess you can be the judge. Is this a dog? Is it a fox? Is it a coyote? Honestly, we'll never know. But it's helping us get better at our searches. It's helping us get better to identify heat signatures, and the word's getting out in the community that we will come out and do, you know, animal or people searches at no cost to anyone. All right, so I hope this video was relatively short and interesting, and you guys be safe and have a great day. Thank you.